I was doing a little reflection this morning and thinking about, the end of 24, and the beginning of 25. And I have to say my 25 started out a lot better than my 24. So I definitely feel in a much better place emotionally, physically, mentally than I was at the end of, 23 and the beginning of 24 for sure. So now it's just like everything is starting to make sense. Connections that just don't feel genuine, or just like some of these lessons I feel like I've repeated in the past have come back up, and I'm getting tested again. And now it's like the test, I'm able to pass the test a lot sooner, I feel like, right? So I see the things, I go, yeah, no, that's not going to work. Yeah, no, moving on. And that's come for me not only just professionally, but as well as, in my private personal relationships, like my romantic relationships. It's a lot easier just to be like, you know what? This isn't going to work for me. And that's being true to myself. It took maybe a little bit longer than I wanted this last time, but I'm glad I'm over it and it's done. And I've taken the lesson. Who was it? Was it Diana? Who said it last week? Seasons, reasons, lessons, and blessings. And I've been saying that all week. So thank you. And I've been sharing that with other people as well, because that's what I truly feel like has happened. It's like, okay, it's a reason, it's a season, it's a lesson, it's a blessing. It has to be something. And that's, so thank you for that. Your wisdom that you shared with me has made an impact. All right, friends. So comfortable seat. Yay. Diana, was that you? It was you. Yeah, no, thank you. It's, girl, that was like my mantra last week, because, it's been a little rough. It's been a couple of weeks since the man and I, whatever, broke up, and I'm back here. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. We're all fine. Everything's fine. Betty is with her dad right now, so getting ready for the holiday. So here we are. Let's find that comfortable seat and find some stillness and find some gratitude for our bodies, for this practice, for this day, for the experiences, for the detours that bring us back to alignment. Excuse me. Woo. And so finding your shoulders over your hips, softening your shoulders down your back, away from your ears, creating this space, the space for all of the good things to come, right? All of the blessings we are going to receive in 2026. 25 was the year of the snake, shedding skin, shedding layers, shedding things that do not serve us. 26 will be the year of the horse. And from what I understand, that's going to propel us forward into the place we need to go, where we need to be. Take a few more moments here, just finding gratitude for something. Maybe it is the reasons, the seasons, the lessons, and the blessings. Let's find some gratitude for those, all of them. Good. And just feel those sitting bones pressing down, and then the crown of your head rising towards the sky, making space for all the good stuff. We have to clear out the energy. We have to clear out the old thoughts, all of the excess that just does not serve us, cleaning it out, getting rid of it, making space for what is to come. The blessings cannot come if there's no space. We block it. So clear it out. And that's what we're going to do today. So gently begin to blink open your eyes. Come back to your space. Let's switch the crossing of the shins. So it's the other shin in front. I'm going to put a little extra padding. Ever since I came back, I don't have that extra yoga mat underneath, and it's pretty hard. So I might have to pull Actually, I do have some other yoga mats here I could use. So anyway, thought to myself, all right, sitting up nice and tall. Let's get into our neck. So let's drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Try to keep both shoulders nice and even here. Expanding the space on the left side, a little compression on the right. So a little pulling apart the shoulder, the head, feeling that tension there. Soften through your face, your jaw. And if it feels comfortable, maybe your eyes close. And keep taking those nice full breaths. Release as much as you can on those exhales. Good. Slowly bring your head back up and then turn it side to side. Good. Stay for the inhale. And then exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Both shoulders stay down. One doesn't lift. We want to keep them even. And breathe. Notice the sensation. It might feel a little different, maybe more intense or maybe less than the other side. Maybe you notice the head doesn't go down as far. That is okay. These are just things we can notice and watch in our bodies. And then we can track the progress and say, oh, this feels different, better, easier than last time. Nice full breaths. Good. Slowly inhale. Bring your head back up. A little swivel, side to side. And then slowly bring your chin towards your chest. Let's make some circles in one direction. Release any tension in your jaw, in your forehead, or in between your eyebrows. Just let the face be nice and soft. And you can notice what the hands are doing. Are they gripping the fingertips, pressing into your knees? Can you soften through the hands and the fingers? And the next time your chin is at your chest, pause for a moment and then go the other direction with your head circles. Nice and slow and intentional, not rushing or forcing the head into any space that does not serve you. If there's any pain, sharpshooting pain, snapping, all of that is no bueno, no good. So keep it nice and slow and controlled. So many of my gym members, when we do this, in class, because I teach a few classes at the gym too for them every day, and they'll say, "Oh my gosh, this feels so good." And I'm like, "I know, and you can do it too at home. You don't have to wait to come to class to do some head circles, right?" All right, bring your head back to center, and then just carefully lift your chin up towards the ceiling. Drop your head back, and then exhale, bring your chin towards your chest. Just a little flexion and extension here. Good. On Mondays, I teach a class called Balance, and it helps, all of the muscles work together for balance. We do these different exercises. And yesterday and last week, I was actually teaching like a yogic breath to them. on how to take those belly breaths and then really pull the navel into their spine. So it was really fun. And I teach a chair yoga class for them every week too, but I really like being able to share some more of my niche, like very, you know, defined practices, yogic practices in class. So it's always fun. All right, bring your head back to center. We have some hips and shoulder to get it into. So let's go with hips first. I think that would be good. So hips, let's just take a nice butterfly, long-legged butterfly to start. Drape your legs over something if you wish, or butterfly the knees out and use blocks for support. Totally up to you. Let's see. Or you can use nothing at all. Carefully come forward. We're going to round through the spine. Just drop your chin. Oh, feels so nice. We're going to stay here for about, let's do a nice juicy hold here for 4 minutes. Let's really get grounded, really get into the spine and go inward. Just do some reflection here. Just a little bit. Breathing. Just continue rounding through your spine, coming forward. If you have any props, and at some point during the posture, you're like, well, you know what, I could probably go a little bit deeper, but the props are keeping me from going deeper, then move the prop aside and just go as deep that feels safe and comfortable for you. Don't let the prop dictate your posture. It's there to support you, not to prohibit you from getting deeper into the shape. Remember, this is not necessarily like a restorative class per se. There is still some effort and energy in this practice. Now, for me right now in this shape, my spine is feeling kind of like it needs a good stretch. So this feels really lovely. But I know right now, as I pull my chin in towards my chest, I am feeling that way deep down into my tailbone. So Renee, if that's like aggravating, come up a little bit or give yourself some more supports. Don't feel like you need to come down super deep, especially if you have the tendency to kind of like overdo it or feel really deeply into the shapes. So just be mindful and don't go as far. Good. Take the shape as deep as you can. We're in the last 30 seconds of the hold. All right, friends, carefully and slowly inhale your way back up out of your butterfly. And just take a few moments to reset. Just kind of observe and notice what you're feeling in your body, where you're feeling it. I'm feeling a lot more sensation in the low back. So just be mindful. Oh, good. Well, I think we're going to go deeper into the hips, but we're going to take a little bit of like a transition to get there. We're going to do 2 poses on the same side just to kind of stay with that kind of like side, and we're getting deep into it. So let us move any props off to the side. Take some movement if you need it. If you want to do some windshield wipers, just move the legs around a little bit. If there's anything else you want, maybe you want to do some seated cats and cows, or maybe you want to come to hands and knees for cats and cows. Totally up to you. All right, now for the next shape, we're going to head into a dragon shape, which will lead us into a sleeping swan or swan. So, choices for you. We're not going to be here very long in that shape, in this dragon shape. So step 1 foot forward. Find your blocks if you want to use them. Remember, this is just like a little transition. We're going to hang out here for, let's say 2 minutes on this side, just getting deep, and then we'll go deeper into our shape. So 2 minutes here. Maybe you just keep it nice and high. This is where you start. Maybe this is where you stay. After a minute, I'll give you another option if you want to go deeper. Such a great posture, just getting into the hips, loosening up at anything that's stuck or been stagnant in the hips. If you need to move a little bit, just shift in and out. Before you go deeper into your lunge, you can totally do that. You might feel a gentle pulling, like the pelvis is trying to detach the leg. So you might feel that tension in the hip there. But then you have a little compression on the other one. So this very dynamic opposite and opposing. Okay, we're 1 minute in. If you want to come down to the hands on the inside, drop it down to elbows, you're more than welcome to. Just kind of getting you deeper into that shape, preparing you for our pigeon or our sleeping swan. That's what I meant to say. Just for continuity, we're going to stay on the same side as opposed to going, doing both sides of dragon and then going into it. I just figured we just go same side, do 2 poses, and then we'll switch. Good. Final few moments here. If you want to go deeper, you're more than welcome to. But as you're ready, we will kind of transition our way out of our dragon and then transition ourselves into our swan. So take that foot, walk it over to the other side as much as you can. The shin does not need to be parallel with the top of your mat. So bring that foot in as much as you need, shift around, use props, do what makes sense to you. I'm just going to give myself a little bit more height here because that's what I need today for my hips. And then holding here. So option to stay up or to come down. We're going to be here for 2 minutes. So go ahead and find the position that feels best for you. Take it in stages. Just as long as there's no pain in that knee, in that right knee. Try to work the hips a little square. And breathe. How are we feeling? About 45 seconds left in this shape. Hopefully you're getting nice and deep into these hips. You're feeling some opening. Nice and juicy. I'm definitely feeling that. My body needed this for sure. Good. Take your last 2 breaths here in this shape on this side. All right. And carefully walk your hands back so they're under your shoulders. Maybe you step it back into a down dog. Maybe you take it into a plank. Maybe you bring the knees down for some cats and cows. I want you to take whatever movements you need because we have the other side to do. But before we go to the other side, just take what you need, whatever movement that is, just a little side to side. Okay. Side 2, when you are ready, we have our dragon. So gently step that left foot in between your hands. Walk those blocks where they need to go under your shoulders and get deep. Move around a little bit. Feel steady, feel even on both sides. Maybe shift the hips side to side. And maybe there's a little gentle push out and come in deeper into your dragon. We have 2 minutes here, so you can use it as you see fit. If you want to stay up or if you want to drop down, bring the blocks on the inside. I'm going to let you choose what you do in the next 1 minute, 25 seconds. Listen to your body and what it's asking for. If it's saying, stay here, this is enough, then stay here. But maybe you'll get to a point in the posture that you're like, oh, okay, I think I can breathe into this next phase. I can go a little bit deeper. Then do that. Little adjustments, little movements can make some changes in the posture. So you get to explore all of those changes and you get to decide if it works for you. You go, yeah, this feels pretty good. I'm gonna stick with this for right now. And if it doesn't, then you have that full option to change your mind and go, yeah, I'm coming out of it. This doesn't work. I don't need to do this today. Good, breathing here. And then you're ready to slowly transition out of that lunge. Move any props you have to the side. Set yourself up. Side 2. Maybe that means folding a blanket and having it underneath your hips for your sleeping swan. And whatever you choose, know it's right for you. Right? That's one cool thing about practicing at home like this online is that you're not trying to do anything in comparison with other people. All you see is you, and that's fine. You don't need to see anybody else in this practice, right? I mean, it's always nice to see other bodies and see how they use their props. That's always fun for me. But maybe other people look at that too. I don't know. But the point is, when you're here in your yin practice, it's all about you and this little island you've created, this space on your yoga mat that I like to call your island. And it's all about you and what you're feeling and what feels right and what doesn't feel good, and exploring and getting honest about what physical sensation you are experiencing in your vessel right now. So, wherever that is, maybe that foot is closer in towards the hip. It's okay if the shin isn't parallel, just no pain in that knee. And carefully bring yourself down. Or maybe you stay up. Again, these are all choices. All right, my friends, slowly on your inhale, come up. Maybe you bring that back leg forward. And just take a moment here. See how you're feeling. Good. And then when you're ready, you can take some movement. Maybe it's straightening the legs out for a moment, shaking them out, giving them some space to breathe a little bit. That's always nice after some of those shapes where we're kind of crunching up the legs. So just give them a little wiggle, side to side, nothing aggressive. Okay. All right, so maybe from here it would feel really nice to take a caterpillar. So take the legs straight. If you want to use some props, you're more than welcome to place a bolster on top of the legs. You can also place the bolster so it's up against the forehead, so you're leaning into your bolster and it's providing some support. So this is really nice too. Let us hang here for 2 minutes into that. And I think I'm going to keep the bolster. So caterpillar, stretch out the back of the legs, get into the hips. 2 minutes. And you can always take out the bolster if you feel like you can go deeper, or you can always move the bolster forward a little bit more if you want a little more depth. So you get to choose how deep you take this shape. And just breathe. Soften through your face, your jaw. Let the only thing that's moving is your breath. Let that be the only thing moving. Everything else is still. No more fidgeting, shifting, all of it. You're still and you're breathing. Breathe into that upper back area. Feel the expansion through the low back as well. Think of all that space you're creating in your back body. Okay, slowly begin to come back up. All right, let's get a little bit more grounding here. We'll get into the shoulders and the low back. So we're going to flip over, like I said, to the belly. Bring a blanket or something alongside your body because we're gonna take the knee out to the side. So a little bit of like hip and low back, shoulders. So it's like a half frog, but I want you to stay up like in Sphinx. So we're getting a lot here. Okay, so elbows slightly in front of the shoulders, knee out to the side. It doesn't have to be at a right angle. It could be lower, it could be higher, but I want you to find what works best for you, but still feel like you're grounding. Let's just keep taking this. I'm loving these 2 minutes right now with these side to sides. So, breathing here. If you need to lower yourself down more, if it's too intense for the low back, walk the elbows wider, come bring your chest closer to the floor. But if you can tolerate the sensation, then stay up as high as you can, right? Just breathe into that low back. I am definitely feeling sensation. Good. Breathing here, nice grounding for the belly. Our anxiety is getting to us about the holidays, get togethers, travel, whatever is on your agenda. Use this as a quiet little respite. Just close your eyes and breathe. Okay, carefully bring your elbows out to the sides, lower yourself down, and then bring that leg back in. Just give yourself a little rest. Let everything come back to midline and breathe. All right, my friends, when you are ready, side number 2, same thing, elbows underneath, just slightly in front of the shoulders. Bring that knee out to the side. Like I said, it doesn't need to be hip height. It could be lower or higher, but just find that sweet spot for yourself right now. Not too easy, not too hard, just right. And it's going to feel different. I'm already feeling the differences from side to side. Again, you get to gauge how much sensation you experience in your low back. So if it's a lot of sensation, walk the elbows wider, come down lower to the ground, and you can be there. Keep breathing, nice and full breaths. Slow, smooth exhale. All right, friends, walk the elbows out. Bring that leg back in. Make a pillow with your hands. Just rest here. Just take a moment. Carefully walk your hands underneath your shoulders. We're going to press back into a child's pose. So from this child's pose, we did this last time too, just a little child's pose progression with the shoulders, just to incorporate that ask that we had earlier. So big toes come together, knees apart. Bring yourself down to the ground. And if you want, arms can be extended, or maybe you just make a little pillow with your hands, rest your forehead. Just breathe here for a few breaths. We're not going to be here for very long. This is just a nice little transition after that back bend, after our Sphinx pose. So just breathe here. Let the body do its rebound effect and just settle into this shape. So very gently, we're going to extend the arms forward. Now bring your right arm behind your left, weave it behind, palm will face up. We're just going to take a 1 minute little shoulder stretch here, getting into the upper body a little bit more now. Breathe here. Feel that stretch on the outside of your shoulder, the back of your shoulder. Should feel really nice. It's gentle, not too much pressure, hopefully. All right, then very carefully lift your head, extend your right arm. Now left arm weaves behind the right. Palm will face up towards the sky. Drop down to the left side of your head. On your next inhale, lift your head, reach both arms. Feel that tension, fingers walking towards the top of your mat, and then hips reaching for the back of the room. Just elongate your spine for a moment. And carefully walk your hands back up. We're going to bring ourselves down to our back. Getting ready for a twist. Oh, how we doing, everybody? So far, so good? This is hitting the spot. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Yay. I see the hearts. Thank you, friends. Thank you. Yay. Okay, down to your backs. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Oh, rock a little. This should feel really nice. We really haven't done much on the back today, so this should be a nice little release. Let those knees just move side to side, and then maybe, just maybe, you want to take them into a little circle. Just gentle little circles. Good. And reverse. Other way. All right, bring those knees back in, and then we're going to find our way to a twist. Whatever twist your body is asking for. I'm going to do a single leg with one knee bent over the body. So do that. Maybe it's both knees bent to one side. Maybe it's twisted roots. Or maybe it's more of like an open knee to the side. So like maybe wide legs, wide knees, feet on outside edges, and then drop the knees over to one side. Maybe that's your twist today. They all work. But I want you to find where you need to go today in that twist for you. Maybe it's deep, maybe it's not so deep. It's all good. But just breathe. Feel that release in your spine. Bringing everything back into alignment, putting everything back where it belongs. And gently come out of that side. Hug the knees in once more. Good. Maybe lift your nose towards your knees. Give yourself a squeeze. And then we'll take the twist on the other side. Single, double, whatever you wish. Twisted roots, wide feet twist, all up to you. Just keep breathing here. Shoulders nice and wide on the ground. 2 more breaths here. Slowly bring yourself back to center. Again, maybe you want to do some knee circles. Maybe it's a happy baby. Maybe it's a half happy baby. But do any final movements that you need. Take any poses. Maybe you want to take it into a plow. So you bring the feet overhead. Totally up to you. Take these last few moments just for you and what you need. Good. And then as you're ready, we'll find Shavasana. Maybe it's a blanket for the head. Maybe it's a bolster underneath the knees. Do whatever you need, right? Use the props for this final resting shape. This is what we've been working towards, right? Our nervous system is so ready to get into this shape. So arms can be alongside your body. Maybe palms face towards the sky, a gentle tuck of the shoulders under the heart space. Rock the head a little from side to side so you can find the flat part of your skull. And you can finally let go of any kind of controlled breathing. Maybe the breath returns to its natural cadence, not too deep, not too shallow, just right. And softening your eyes from top to bottom, they close. Give yourself a few more minutes of stillness before you return to your day or however, wherever you are. on this planet. Maybe it's the beginning of the day, maybe it's the end of the day. But kudos to you for showing up, doing the practice, listening to your body, and practicing your yoga. Stay here for a few more breaths and we will come back together to close practice. All right, my friends, begin to deepen your breath. Bring some movement back into your hands, into your feet. Maybe pointing and flexing the feet and then circles. You can do the same thing with the hands, kind of extend and flex at the wrist and then circles. No reverse. Good. And then on an inhale, reach your arms overhead. Take that full body stretch. Carefully come up to a comfortable seat. We will close our practice. Oh, Betty. Hi, Colleen. Oh, thank you so much. Betty is actually with my ex-husband. She's over there for the week. Thanks. Hi, Renee. Oh, good. Fantastic. Very good. I'm so happy. And, just so you know, Renee, and anybody else that's new to me, I'm a former special education teacher. So I am a teacher at heart. Like my job is to inform and, not only instruct the practice, but I want to inform you as well. So this isn't just a class, that you show up to. I want you to gain knowledge because I gained knowledge from my teachers when I would go to their classes. And they are teachers. And so I just teach different content, a different audience. I'm no longer a special education teacher, but I provide fitness classes to seniors and to kids and the whole thing. So all of it. I love yoga. It's been amazing in my life. I've been practicing since 2007. So it's been impactful. So thank you very much. Thanks for showing up, and your donations are always greatly appreciated and welcome for this service. So again, I've been on this platform. It'll be 5 years next month. I can't even believe it that it's been that long that I've been on Insight Timer. I have a lot of EFT, practices. I have some Reiki practices on here too, and just general meditations. So feel free to peruse my catalog. I haven't recorded anything in the last couple of years, but it's on my list. I just need to get to it. All right, friends, on your next inhale, let's reach the arms up and overhead, palms touch. Exhale, bringing down all of that divine universal energy to your heart centers. That divine universal energy vibrates as the frequency of love through which you and I and all sentient beings are connected on this planet. The light in me salutes and honors the light in all of you, my friends. Namaste. Again, I'm not doing this on Friday since I'll be in California, but have a happy Thanksgiving to all of you that celebrate if you're here in the States. And then I will hold practice again. I'll put all of the calendar things on for next month. Like I said, I'll probably keep the Tuesday practice, and I'm thinking of changing the Friday practice. Instead of 8 a.m., I'm thinking of changing it back to the evening, but it would be like 6 o'clock. And that's Pacific time here in Las Vegas. I am Pacific time like LA. So thank you so much, friends, for the donations. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And if you have questions, if you want to reach out, please feel free to reach me on this platform. Otherwise, I'm on the socials, on Instagram, on Facebook. You can also find me. My website is also connected to here as well. So enjoy the rest of your week and your holiday, your weekend, and I will see you next Tuesday for sure. All right, friends, thank you so much. Take care. Bye.